ladies and gentlemen. What are we doing? Nani? Yandata, no. We are drawing anime, indeed. We have been infected by some popular disease that is just like, oh, first fortnight, now anime. What is happening to us? Yes, the thing is, last week we did our drawing session where I was drawing animals, and people liked it so much, and they asked Elias, hey, please do some drawing sessions of animals. And I was thinking, yeah, I will do that, but with a catch. This time we're going to be doing some anime, as you can see here. Oh, from position, of course. But as you can see, anime, big eyes, there you go. There's some eyes, there's a twinkle in the eyes, and yes, that's anime. Yes, indeed. Anime! That's excellent. Of course, jokes aside, we're gonna be actually drawing today over here. Indeed. It's eluukkanen stream, as it always is. This is 19th of 5th. We stream every day, and it's a pleasure to have you. Of course, you know me as a composer most of the time. But I tell you, sometimes I do these sort of streams to just kind of see how it goes, and I'm gonna be seeing how I'm able to do in anime. First time ever. Yes, indeed. Anime drawing, and anime is this sort of thing that is in very popular fashion with the youngsters today. Yeah, the youngsters. In my time, and of course anime still existed, but nowadays it's like all these anime games and all these animes and all these mangas and all these things the youngsters do. So we're gonna actually exploring that and see how it goes. Indeed, eluukkanen is very much into exploring new things, and anime is going to be something that we're doing. Of course, the thing you've seen here, that's not the one we're going to be doing. That was just a random whatever. But I tell you, we're going to be doing actually anime drawing things, hopefully. I cannot say I'm the best drawing person ever. You saw my last stream. I was able to do kind of a reasonable wolf, but we're going to be seeing how this is going to go, because I have no idea. Are we going to succeed with the anime or not? We shall see. And of course, somebody might say manga is the right word, but you know, anime, I suppose, is the kind of, you know, big eyes, happy smiley, and kind of simplified style. We shall see how I'm able to do that. I have actually a dream, a beautiful dream of possibly one day making some sort of webtoon, anime, manga thing. Who knows? We shall see. We can talk about that today. But hey, welcome to the stream. We're going to be just starting here. I'm going to be just saying, hello world, indeed. Hello world indeed. You can see that in the screen right there. Yep, right there and then. And of course we're going to be putting this information all the places, but always eluukkanen is going forward with the streams. By the way, we just had Spurgilarma donating yesterday. I forgot to mention, so I have to appreciate that. Thank you, Spurgilarma, on that. Hopefully you're going to see it afterwards. But yes, thank you for that. Of course, I appreciate for people liking the stream if you enjoy the content. And of course, we're going to be doing streams every day. So be sure to do the thingies down there.
Pretty face.
Pretty face! Yes, indeed. Look at the anime face over here. Wow! Nandatta no. Actually, I'm going to be not speaking Japanese because I don't know how. I just know some anime words and I'm just kind of repeating those, yeah. Only I think I know it. Nani? Hello, Zabek. Hello there. Are you a fan of anime? Good to see a Polish friend of mine. Good to see. So let's go indeed.
Zerg 3.
Indeed.
Hello.
1 to 1. Zerg! Man! Good to see you so early. We actually started just a moment ago. Well, good to see you, Serge. Are you a friend of anime? Because, of course, if you're not a friend of anime, what is up with ya?
Zerg 3 high.
Good to see you. And Serge, Zabek, how's your day going? Let me know. I'm going to be just doing some setups here in the background. But in the background, I tell you, last stream actually went really well. We actually created a remake. I did not still release it. I should have yesterday, but I was so lazy, you know. I don't have no power, but now I'm going to be doing that. So very much, let's see how this whole thing is going to go. Indeed. Wish us luck. We're going to be listening some Final Fantasy 14 music in the background. So if you want to know what is that, that's that. Indeed. We're going to be doing a manga. Anime. Oh, yes. Japanese is very interesting country, I tell you. Japan overall is a kind of like this a whole another world of its own, all of these different traditions, and some people actually have kind of did comparisons to Finnish and Japanese people. And of course, I'm from Finland. They're kind of similar in many ways, indeed.
I like certain name, and I am so happy that there is another drawing stream.
Of course, that's what we're going to be having today. Hopefully you're into seeing some anime characters being drawn, Serge. By the way, I checked your video yesterday, and I liked you played the game you played. Very, very good sniping abilities you got there, I tell you. I was trying to do that, but no, my poor aim. I'm not pretty good at that. Very, very good. Now, let's do anime drawing stream with some information here, and then we are ready to start. Hopefully you're interested to seeing first time drawing anime. First time drawing everything is going to work. First time drawing anime. Yes. Thing is, though, I've not done too much of it, and have this. Could you tell it is a kind of anime style I'm going to be drawing? It's kind of this sort of monstrosity sort of thing. It's not like real, so be careful of that. Be ready for that. But of course, once you're ready for it, we're gonna be happy. Drawing stream indeed is going to be today's topic. Why is that? Well, drawing is very fun time to do. You have to have hobbies. Drawing, thing is, if you don't have job hobbies, sometimes gaming, sometimes reading, sometimes drawing anime, what is up with your life? That's the thing. Drawing anime characters is something we're going to be doing today. Hopefully more characters, but we're going to be having this sort of a soft composition, kind of a manga-based sort of fashion. And we're using this Medibang Pro as our program, indeed. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But we're going to be seeing about that. Welcome to the eluukkanen stream. Now, anime art style. Let me just put some words over here. Art style. And one thing is still anime characters. Live stream. Here we go. Now we got all the information in, and let's get rolling into the anime thing. May is almost over. Can you imagine that? The time is going fast. I personally look. Summer holidays for many have been starting very soon.
And upload, so I have begun to do daily uploads. Every day there will be a video, and boy oh boy, it is hard and is very.
Man. That's the only way to really grow, unfortunately. But I will support you on the way. I've shared some of your videos in Reddit places, and I'm willing to take those far beyond. I tell you, of course, I keep supporting that, of course. Hyperlastings, hello, good to see ya, Hypo. Yes, we have to keep together. We have to support each other. That's what has to happen. Otherwise, you'll not have, this sort of, I think it's good to support people, to be on their side. As you can see, we're doing nani sort of stuff over here. Are you familiar with anime hyperlastings? Indeed. I personally, my big dream on online space, it would have this sort of close, tight community to support each other, help in every sort of fight they're going to have. Sort of fashion. It's been a while. Weren't you on the last stream? Do I remember wrong? Oh, it was the bear, yes. Hypo. Well, good to see you. Well. Hypo. Indeed, you were on the last drawing stream. I do remember that. I think that I still have few information to add over here, but once I'm ready, let us get going. Of course, we have to be sharing stuff, otherwise the algorithmic cards are going to be just like, curse you. You'll never get the views. And I'm just going, that's just what's going to happen. If I do nothing, I indeed so. Would be interested to discuss you with about some anime stuff. I don't know. You can criticize. Do you like anime or not? I don't know. Hypolastings. Good to see you. We have Surge Hypolastings and possibly even Sabek over here, which is always a pleasure to have you some old fellows of the stream here watching us, and we are listening to some good music in the background. Nothing could be better. That's the thing. I'm just starting the stream. We are very soon ready to begin. Again, if you like the stream, please like it. It will always help eluukkanen go forward. That's the thing. Of course, like only if you want to. That's, we are not going to force this. That's it. I've noted actually, if I look at that, that actually helps. Yes. you know, and it doesn't cost a penny. So
Higher lastings. You look very comfortable.
comfortable.
Third 3.
How so?
I was thinking
Ah,
the
well,
same
yes, of
thing.
course, this. It's still cold outside. Imagine my shock. It should be summer soon. I was thinking the same thing. Indeed, we need to collaborate and do stuff together. And I want to do that. But usually, when I do that with people, they are just so much like, I can trust you. You might be, using me. Or that sort of. I personally don't really like that sort of view of people. This sort of cynicism. I want to support people, and I think there's some talented people I would like to, help out with. That's what we need to do. Still sharing this in a few places. Hopefully, we're going to be getting some, people from there as well. But who knows? Who knows? We are already great people on here. Now let me begin the stream in a very soon moment. Hopefully, you're enjoying the music, the anime music, and all. Hopefully, you are ready to start very soon. All right. But are you having any special kind of plans today? Hippo, what's your day, Hippo, been doing? I'm looking comfortable just because of the fact that, well. Today's a sunny day, and I was hoping that, it was actually sunny whole day. I would be going outside, resting today and so forth, doing that sort of things. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do in order to enjoy your life. Having sun on your face and such, it always helps. Of course, anime characters, when you look at those, this is not the one on the screen is not going to be the final effort. We're just having that as a kind of a small, quick thing like this. I can just put the screen still while we're rating, that. Yeah, we have this sort of pen, and we can use it. Pen of magic powers. And we're going to be seeing how that works out for us. Indeed. Hopefully, you are interested to see the anime creation process in action. I just actually did an unheard of thing yesterday. I watched some of my old videos, and it was... You shouldn't even do that as a content person.
Here to become very much more better feeling good at that.
Indeed! Hopefully I'm able to help with that, of course. Boring days is nasty. There should be this sort of action, especially depending on the current situation. It must be kind of a nasty situation. Must be. So we shall see I'm able to help with that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to share this to the anime Reddit, but we shall see.
I used to have a pen drawing pad that hooked up to my computer.
What happened to that, my friend? Of course, you need to have that. Of course, that's one of the loveliest things you can have, indeed. We have already 4 people watching. We haven't yet started. Very soon. I'm still trying to, get the Reddit to be just like bowing to us and saying, "Oh yes, I like your stuff," and I'm just like, "Oh yeah." But hey, hyperlastings. I was having to really say that, sometimes watching streams, watching favorite people, it makes the day better. And I hope I'm able to be part of that. Of course, I need to do my work. I need to do my part on that. So let me see. Do not ask you. We shall see. Let me still write over here. My first time drawing anime characters and doing it in a live stream. Yes, indeed, doing it on a live stream. Sometimes, the Reddits are usually, they ban you outright if you do that sort of stuff, but, you have to try it out. You have to try it out. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? This is going to be our original anime thingy, but we shall see. Is it actually going to be enjoyed by some? Who knows? I've had this idea of a manga I would like to do, and imagine a manga made by yourself. What sort of story would you like to have? I would actually want to make this sort of story about a game I was part of a few years ago, and this sort of survival game, this sort of drama in there, because that was actually a story that I think would be an interesting one. And of course I'm going to be going through details what that would be. It might not sound that interesting right now, but I tell you, oh man, it would be a lovely one to make as a manga thing. Who knows? We shall see. But now, we have posted everything. We are in action. Let's begin the whole thing right out now.
Third 3.
Hey, got a question. Are you...
Got a question. Are you going to finish the fox drawing on another stream, or is it
probably I'm going to be doing something to it, probably, but it's not yet done. Yes, not today though. Today is time for anime thingies. Of course, if we want that to be made ready, I possibly could do that. Yes, perhaps at the end of the we shall see how it's going to go. But I'll tell you, one of the things I want to say, I did like the Fox thingy, but yes, I do want to finish, of course, the works. If you leave an unfinished work, it's not very good. But now, we're starting the work. Let's see how does the action actually work. Let's say like,
Hi,
hello
Lastings.
world.
The fox was great. I would buy it off you, smiling face with.
Oh,
open
you
mouth and
would?
smiling
Oh, we have to do a merch up or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I appreciate that, words. I think it was all
face.
right.
I know I would buy it too.
Oh, you would? Oh, whoa, that would be quite something. I'm not a graphical person. I'm not sure am I like eager to sell those. I don't know. It's like baby's first drawing sessions. Could someone purchase that? I don't know. But still, I appreciate the words you said. Now let's see. Am I actually ready and comfortable to do an anime character style of things? Let's start the process. I tell you. I would like to, of course, draw more animals, and people have been asking me on that, but I'm a sort of a dictator mood in right now, because yesterday was a pretty nasty day, I tell you, for me. Yes, yesterday was quite a nasty day, and why was that? Yeah, I'm trying to do a face shape, and that's not too good. Thing is that yesterday was a very nasty day for me. I had to work on many different stuff, and I'm working as a side thing on a channel that is not related to eluukkanen whatsoever. And I was happy to get 10,000 views on that video, working, that's kind of my side job and that sort of stuff. So that's the thing. That's why I really think, we need to have this sort of, work and group together. And hoping to make eluukkanen sort of like that, like, Sergio meant, and said that we need to be sort of supporting each for each other.
Picasso piece.
Oh,
3.
well, that is quite an honorable thing.
It actually has a couple errors. But guess what? That is the part that makes it look amazing.
Oh, you say? Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate, of course, the honesty. I really much like the honesty. But I appreciate also Hyperlasting for that high regard. Of course, Picasso was quite a professional. Personally, I'm not super fond of Picasso stuff, to be honest. I think it's, this sort of course, I like the topics that he put the art on, but the artwork itself, personally, not the hugest fan. I'm trying to do the shape of the head over here. And of course, as the anime usually has, the shape has to be like this without any errors sort of face, yes. And the shape of it is very important. I need to be really starting from something simple, yes. I think this actually could be something, yes. The one problem is this part of the face, but that could be fixed. But the thing is, the imperfections actually make interesting things, that's why computer made paintings are not that much fancied, because imagine human beings making art for human beings. That has to be the way to go forward, and I personally believe quite a lot of that. Some people, of course, like to make these sort of artworks of these sort of AI bots that create art and drawings and such. Personally, I always tend to lean into more of art made by real people rather than human machines. I'm not sure. Would you agree on this sort of idea? Yes, indeed. Have you watched recently any animes yourself? I personally have not. Some while. Actually watched. Actually, I lied. I watched yesterday. Not One Piece anime, but like One Punch anime. If you have seen a One Punch Man. And my brother has always always look at One Punch Man. Let's see how the eyes would work. These are, of course, just some bare bones things on the kind of the face of the things. It's going to be, of course, fixed later on, hopefully. I'm going to be seeing, the relations between the eyes and all the things. We shall see how it goes. Hopefully you're interested to see the process. It's of course, we have only started. Hi there, Samantha. Oh man, good to see you. Good to see you. You were on the last stream as well, indeed. Some Digimon stuff we done. Now we are doing the drawing stuff, indeed. My limited drawing skills. One of the things I want to actually do here, which I'm not very happy. Hey, Serge, I appreciate the welcoming. Of course, we have to be welcoming as people. I hate streams when there are no welcoming for people. People just come and there's nothing there. It's like silence of death. I personally hate that. There needs to be, some attitude, of course. But of course, you need to have some manners in the same time. Yeah, the nose is not good. And I'm not doing a certain anime style currently. I'm trying to do some kind of eluukkanen in between style. I hope I'm not able to destroy it fully. You're going to see how I'm able to do it. But yes, that's the... Usually anime eyes are like, you just have like a... No, not like dots like that, but you have to like... something kind of like a small...
Thank you, Elism.
Elism! What is that? It's good to see. How's your day going? And for some reason we are doing pick noses, which is... I have to actually put the keyboard down here. I will put the drawing table on here. Jovaquin! Hello there! Good to see ya, Jovaquin. I drew myself in anime style at one point. Oh, you have? Are you a drawing channel yourself? Have you done some drawing work?
Third 3. At Jovaquin, hi.
Jovaquin, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And we are trying to do a nose. For some reason, we have a problem. Yes. I'm not the best when it comes to noses. I'm just going to keep it like... Oh, no. That's too much like a cartoonish sort of nose. And for some reason, my skill is limited, to be honest. So, not surprising anyone. I try to be doing an anime character facial front. And once I got this sort of idea on how that is going to work... We're going to be seeing how that goes. And this is not anime character just yet. I want to be just seeing how the face potentially would go. And we're going to be making it anime character. And for some reason we have problems again. But I'm going to be making it as anime character when we go forward later on, of course. Here we go. No, for some reason it's doing the dotting. Yeah, dotting is illegal in eluukkanen land. Good. But hey, Jovaquin, you have done anime stuff yourself. How is that? Are you like a professional painter sort of person? Who knows? And we have a problem for some reason. Let me see. So okay, I have my fan in here. Here we go. Finally.
Elism means I love you so much. That is what Samantha was trying to
Hey, thank you.
I don't like letter abbreviations because I don't know what the heck.
Yeah. Same for me. But I appreciate it, Samantha. I appreciate it.
I don't draw much.
You don't draw much? Well, me neither. That's the kind of the sad thing about this thing over here. That's the sad thing, because I am not a good one in this. It's going to be like, and the proportions again went crazy. The eyes should be always on the same accent, same sort of like a size place, yes. And like, you look at that, that's not anime at all. We're going to be, of course, fixing that. Look at that. That's not how to draw humans. It's terrible.
I draw animals at my local zoo. It is reopening this week.
Oh, very nice. Well, we don't have any zoos over here, but we do have a lot of animals outside. Actually, my dog has escaped us because my father took the dog out without a leash. I told him, always take a leash, and he ran trying to catch a rabbit, and he's away from somewhere. Of course, I will of course pray that he's going to come back at some good condition, but you never know. But that's the thing. That's the current situation with my doggy, and I'm not very happy about that. Bad doggy. Yes. But we don't have any zoos over here, I tell you that much. No zoos whatsoever. I'm not very... Personally, some zoos have been good, but I've seen this Chinese zoo, which was terrible. It was like a concentration camp for animals, and I was in China a few years ago and saw that, and oh man, that was terrible. Concentration camps for animals. Not very happy on that. Finland does have aquariums in the southern of Finland, yes indeed, but more, I do like seeing animals on the nature much more. God, why is it capturing all the same? Okay, let me see. So I have to admit, I do like animals seeing in the life, like hippos.
No zoos or aquariums. What, that is impossible.
Of course we have in southern Finland. I didn't mean like the whole Finland has. For some reason this drawing table of mine is doing tricks for me. Yesterday it has no problems when I just like pressed things like this. But for some reason it's like some reason it's doing a trickery for me. Hopefully we're gonna be able to fix that. We shall see. We shall be able to see it, because it's kind of slowing the process of ours here. I'm doing just the outlines, basic outlines, then continuing to do something like more complex later on. Here we go. As you can see, this is not perfect at all. This is quite limited in its execution. But that's like eluukkanen 101. Limited execution, but working still.
Thank the Lord.
Oh, Southern Finland, actually, thank you here, Paul. It's going well. It's going alright. Southern Finland is having some openings of restaurants very soon. I think even today, somewhat, yes. Which is quite lovely indeed. We are getting to the opening session. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the brush much more smaller. I think it's more like anime style much more when we do that, because this looks like some kind of like a painting style, which I'm not personally super fan of, but we shall see how it goes. Now let's add another layer. Yes, indeed, layer. And this is going to be the real drawing layer. I just have the propositions of the face excellently.
Lastings.
Don't leak your address, but what part of you live in Finland?
You live in Finland.
Of course, no leaking of address, because I don't want to be sent some random shit, but I tell you, I live in southern Finland, in Järvenpää, indeed. Järvenpää called place, and it's called Lake End, you know, end of lake, that's the Finnish name for it, indeed. Are you ready for some anime stuff? Okay, there are some tools to make the face more rounded, but I need to learn this with my just like pencil touch. I cannot rely on like algorithm programs and such to draw my stuff. Yes, indeed. But yeah, in the city of Järvenpää, southern Finland, very lovely place, I tell you. Full of life. It's actually a growing city, unlike some cities in Finland that are unfortunately getting smaller every day. That's the sad thing of the reality, indeed. I don't know why is that, but many people are moving from outside of the countryside to the big cities. I personally like countryside much more. Countryside always is much more a relaxing place, indeed. And yes, this doesn't look anime at all whatsoever, but we're going to be still sticking with it, indeed. So, eluukkanen anime style is kind of a bad, but you know, who cares? How do you even
type that in American?
No, you type it in, let me actually type it in here, because I have a keyboard of Finnish. Järvenpää. This is the spot, indeed. It's like, you know, A letters in there, you know, Järvenpää. Järvi is like a thing, a lake in Finland. Järvenpää. End of the lake. A very lovely place. So if you draw a face, I know few things when drawing a face. This is kind of like the
very unique.
Kind of lovely, yes, indeed. It's a very lovely place. The lake is, unfortunately, it was polluted in 1900s, but gladly it's now being kind of restored. But goddamn, it was very dirty lake, yes. But the nature is lovely. The people are lovely there. But I would of course like to live in even a bit further somewhere else. Yes, indeed. And why is it doing that? That's the one of the most annoying thing it's doing. It's kind of like look at that. It's changing some of the things while I'm doing this, which is not something I'm a hugely fan of. Here we go. And for some reason it's again white. I need the black colors, I tell you. Why are you doing this to me, man? And why it... Okay, this is annoying. For some reason it sometimes does everything right, but some reason it does not do it right now, which is a shame. Here we go. Let me try to fix it somehow. No. Again, one of those dots. Dots are my enemies. If you see a dot, shoot it down. Here we go. Again, as you can see, I'm trying to do the pencil thing, but for some reason it's changing to just white color for some reason. I need to be able to... Weird. Anyways. Yeah, I should be just, you know, work on this thing, but, you know, it's kind of hard when you cannot actually do any... Goddamn. Okay, some technical issues, of course, here. Hippo Lastings, have you watched any anime recently?
Looks like Satan.
It's kind of becoming like Satan, I suppose. My animated drawing style is very simple. Of course, we're going to be adding hair to him, I suppose. I'm going to be doing like a basic hair. I'm going to be actually going to the first layer, which is going to be our planning layer. We're going to be seeing what sort of hair we actually plan for him. If you have any ideas, let me know. I was thinking just like this sort of simple hair, yes. Sort of like it goes to on this spot and then it goes to like on this spot. Here we go.
Maybe add ears.
I suppose ears should be like a way to go. In anime, normally they are lacking ears. As you can see, I'm still going to be doing this sort of like thing on there because usually anime characters are very skinny people. Yeah, that's usually what they are. They're like goddesses. They just have like everything is perfect for them sort of fashion. Which, of course, you know, that's just how things work, it seems, in the anime land. But that's not real life. Not real life at all. Hopefully you're enjoying your day with eluukkanen over here. We are planning to do anime characters. So let me actually get you inside information on this. My idea is to make a simple manga. Like, I'm starting from the small. It's not the most groundbreaking ideas of what I'm going to be doing. But I have this idea of what if I do manga about a game and sort of a person playing video game. And you know, it sounds very simple. Many people have done video game mangas. But I'm going to be doing from this genre of manga from like this survival animes. And I despise the hair actually. I don't like the hair at all. Hair looks awful. What are you doing, Zabek? Watch it to learn how to draw nice hairs. Let's open that. Let's see how it goes. Anime hair, I'm ready for the challenge. Really simple. Let me actually open that. Thank you for the ideas. Of course, if you have any suggestions, I'm very much open for that. I said I'm dictator, but not fully. Yes, of course. Because you cannot be. We live in democracy. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, so that sort of hair. Okay, I'm going to be actually copying that sort of one of the hairstyles from here and seeing how it works. Yes, I'm first time doing it, so please be having that in mind. So, yeah, of course, criticizing you can do. I have nothing against that. Here we go.
My job trip to Finland starts in Rovaniemi and works down to Jarvipa before going back to US.
What work thing is that?
So that is close. I heard you can see northern lights in Rovaniemi.
Yes, depending, of course, what time of the year it is. Is it winter or not?
Fluent in Finnish before going.
Whoa, man, that is quite a plan. If you can do it, I'm going to be like a clapping stream for you. I'm going to be doing that sort of stuff like here. Yeah, clapping stream for Surge, I tell you. This drawing is a great start. Oh, thank you. It's very simple, but it's bad. It's bad. But we're having, of course, the hair in there, like a kind of like a basis line. I'm going to be doing and taking something away from that. Yes. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start doing some hairs. Let me delete that away. And of course that as well. Here we go. And let's go to the drawing board. Indeed, that's the good way to say let's start putting some effort in. So the idea is that if you go to Finland, what sort of business ventures you have in there? I'm wondering. Let's delete the hair layer. Oh yeah, you cannot do that. Oh. Well, let me actually do some of the... Yeah, usually I should have layers. I didn't do for that last one. Let me fix that right away.
Wait, I'm gonna draw two on my tablet.
Hey, that would be cool. I'm using this free program called Medibang Paint Pro. Let me actually open that on the screen so you can see it. It's a free program. Medibang Paint Pro. I recommend to test out some drawing. It was fun. Of course, it's time consuming. It's not easy. And I'm not saying I'm the best on it. Definitely not. So let me open the Medibang Pro. I think it's free. At least for me it was. I don't know about you. I have no idea. But anime is what we're going to be going for. Indeed. So Medibang Paint Pro, desktop version for the Medibang. It's also, I think, for the iPad and these sort of things as well. Free app for doing this sort of stuff.
It's free.
Yay! Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff as it's free, indeed. I recommend everybody checking that out if you are interested in anime, manga, or something like that. Yeah, I personally have to admit I've only read few manga animes in my life. Just for the reason that in Finland we don't... Oh.
Used _underwear. What's up, my Finnish?
Hey, Uset Underwear! That's a name if I've ever seen one. Good to see you, Finnish King. I'm a king. I'm really believing kings, I tell you. Kings and queens can find their own places. In Finland, we don't have those. We are not living in Great Britain, indeed. We're living in this land called Finland, where democracy and rule of law is very much the king of the land. Not some individual people that happen to have some certain ancestry and bloodlines. Yes, indeed. Of course, I'm nothing against British people. I've actually many good friends from there, but in Finland, we don't really have that sort of tradition. So yes, no kings in here. And I suppose, being a king, it's kind of a hard job to be. So I very much recommend to not really try, even.
Underwear.
I don't know much about Finnish folklore. What are some stories?
Some folklore or stories
I've actually talked about them in here in the past. Let me actually do some outlines in here. So here we go. We're going to be directly copying this sort of hair thing here. Here we go. And then we go. I'm going to be actually going fast. I might be doing mistakes. But I'm still going to be like, oh yeah. Yeah, we have some stories. We have like, yeah, this is going to be like Sora from Kingdom Hearts, it seems. But the thing is, we have had stories like this one that I was talking in the last streams about a fox, a bear, and a wolf. And them fishing in a lake, like when it's frozen, in a frozen ice lake. And they're like fishing in there, and it kind of explains why wolves hate foxes and bears and that sort of their relations to each other with this sort of like folklore sort of fashion. Why are you interested on the Finnish folklore, my friend? How are you doing yourself on this day? We are doing the hair looks awful. Hair looks awful.
I think hairs are too big.
I suppose.
I mean too tall asterisk.
I think so as well. I think we actually need to be doing this sort of like very much layers.
Underwear.
I'm a history major in College of USA. Oh, then you might have interest there for like Finnish history. I'm actually going to. If you have any questions, let me know. So let me actually draw here the length of the thing. I'm going to be actually, of course, deleting this. I'm going to be just using this to kind of determine the length. Here we go. This is going to be the other side of it, and this is going to be the other side of it, and other side I'm going to be here. It's kind of like a planning sort of thing, and yeah, I need to be getting it a little bit downwards as well. Here we go, like this. Yeah, this is going to be a male character. We're just going to be seeing how it's going to turn out to be. Hopefully, not too feminine. I want to be making it like a male looking, but who knows? 3. Who knows?
I ordered a book that teaches you Finnish in 6 months.
Oh, very good. Is it, how much did that cost, that book? A very good one? I'm very happy that you're actually interested on the Finnish side of things.
Underwear. Yay, I feel like Sweden, Denmark and Norway get more attention.
Indeed, man. One of the greatest mistakes someone has ever done in their life is that in Civilization games, if you know Sid Meier's Civilization games, they don't have Finland as a nation there. They have all the goddamn native Indian countries, which I know nothing against native Indians, but Finland is an actual country that is currently going on, and we are not ever featured in the game, other than just some sample states. Alright. Not that bad, of course. Yes. If it really works, let me know. I want to see that when you are starting to speak the Finnish side of things, I'm going to be seeing that and be like, oh yeah, that's how to do it. Now let me try to do the anime hair, which looks awful, but of course that's just kind of like the thingy. That's the thingy. Here we go. One of the ways I hope I'm able to fix this is just to afterwards do some drawing things on there. But bear in mind, my skills are limited in many more ways than one. But yes, I think that's the right thing to do. Of course, I'm a bit biased as a Finnish person on this underwear. But I would really much no worries. See you there. But I very much tell you that. If you are interested on Finnish history, I'm all. Let me just know. I'm very much interested to tell. Here we go. Here we go. This looks awful, but that's just how it's supposed to be. Hopefully. Here we go. Then we have the other hair thingy going down. It looks actually like horrendous. It's like he has some sort of a hat on himself. Play Search, we're gonna be seeing you hopefully very soonish. Of course, if you're learning Finnish, you have to know, say, näkemiin and see you later, that sort of stuff. That's what they say in Finnish. Näkemiin.
Zebek. I saw aim where was a guy from Poland. Zebek.
Wilk.
His name was Wilk.
Wilk sounds like actually a very lovely name.
That's mean wolf in Polish.
Oh, you're true on that? Wolf. Oh, that's interesting. Wilk actually sounds like a very interesting sort of name. Could I use it for this one?
By the time you stream, I am tired. It's 4 a.m. here.
Oh man, I'm sorry, but I cannot really affect the time zones. It's 12 a.m. in Finland. It's indeed. Man, you're still awake in 4 a.m.? Oh, that's quite something. Now, there's been many Americans here who say like 4 a.m. and this sort of stuff, and I'm very, of course, appreciating them that they are here. But I'm just like, oh yeah, are you like, have you slept at all? That sort of fashion? Yes. Of course, health is very important. I'm not going to be keeping you here just because you know I like having Americans over here. That's the thing. I don't want to get your health in trouble. That's not what I want to do. So we are doing a hair in here.
Yay, college is closed right now and I don't have work today.
Very nice. Then you might have some time over here. Who knows? Who knows? Welcome to eluukkanen. Are you first timer here? At least I've not seen your face here before. But you're studying history, which is quite something. Actually, I have sometimes to Finnish universities where they are studying history right now. Of course, you know, Russian history, all these sort of different places. And we have even this sort of postgraduate program of when American people from I don't know which university, but they are coming to Finland to study, you know, kind of like, you know, kind of a trip sort of fashion. But of course, I don't know, is the current situation kind of taking that down? Who knows? So we have hair coming on. Yeah, I'm slow. I'm super slow. Are you fan of animes yourself, Mr. Underscore? Well, I mean, Zabek, could I use a Wilk as a name for this character? Could it be a possibility? Wilk is an actually interesting name. Wilk. Yeah. That's I wouldn't be able to actually come up with that myself. Yeah. Wilk. Yeah. That would be interesting, so forth, yeah. We're currently drawing anime characters and it looks awful, and that's just how it should be. Let me see. So it's getting somewhere, yeah. But the hair looks still awful. It kind of looks nice, though. Kinda. Yeah, it's kind of getting better. Just look at that. But he's kind of fatty, though. Yeah. He's kind of fatty. He has ate too much porridge. Finland's like a black hole for me. I don't know much besides World War II history and Finland. Did you? We had Viking.
Did Finland have Vikings?
We had Vikings on the coast of the place, but Vikings didn't want to come here because it was very hard times living in Finland in that time. Like there's only very few places that were inhabited in the medieval times by Finnish people, because it's a very hard place to actually farm because of the Ice Age. The whole thing. Raphael, like messages Raphael. All right. Very much. Raphael is actually like a very known name, very known name, very lovely actually. Raphael. It sounds like a very Italianish kind of. I don't know. But of course, I have no idea on the name sort of conventions in the world. But I personally, I've told you, like Finland was under Ice Age, of course, a long time. And because of that, the big ice, like peaks, just went over the land and destroyed the land in a sense that there's a lot of rocky terrain, like a very unfarmable terrain. That's the Finnish what there is, and that's why we have a lot of forest. That's why nobody really came here too much, because it was a very hard to control, hard to maintain. That's what it was for them. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Let's put that on a little bit.
But in Poland it's translated to
Raphael. Alright. By the way, careful of sharing your real name online. Of course, it's up to you. I personally, I have no worries to really sharing real names online, because, you know, that's my brand. That's eluukkanen for you. Elias, that's my name. That's I am. But the thing is, some people, they want to, you know, it of course goes up to them. Of course, up to them for sharing their own name and that sort of stuff. And what else? Yes, my drawing skills. Here we go. My limited drawing skills, I tell you. Here we go. This is the layer I want to work on. Layer 3. Let's put this one here. And layer 3, let's continue the work. And for some reason, our work is a bit limited though, yes. Let's make a fix for it though. Here we go. Gonna be having like this sort of... Yeah, we have an anime hair for him right now. Very simplified though, so we shall see how that looks.
Underwear.
Kinda simple, yeah, but...
Before the 1600 Z, most of Scandinavia had poor economies except for Denmark.
That's very true. That's why I'm actually very blessed because of that. Probably Finland had a big history of being between Russia and Sweden. Sweden was a big empire, you know, just really imagine. It was a big empire. And the thing is, we were between those very poor, but I'm very blessed because of that, because we don't have kings because of that. We don't, the peasants had a lot of power because of that.
Underwear. It's a hard place to live in, but did you know the ancient Greeks traded with ancient...
Oh yes, furs and this sort of stuff. That's what they did. That's what they have. But of course, our civilization were a bit limited when it comes to... Let me actually see. Yes, this is the one I actually want to edit a little bit. Here we go. This part. And for some reason, doing nothing. Yeah, very good. Here we go. So we're having some anime days over here. Hopefully you're enjoying your anime day at eluukkanen. Indeed, I'm going to be fixing a few of the things in the face. Very limited work I've done yet. But of course, eluukkanen is hard to continue his work. He's very much keen of doing that. Here we go. This is the one we're going to be working on. Layer number 2. So let's go. Are you Zabek drawing at this moment of time? Many people went to Americas from Finland because, of course, and Canada, yes. Very much many went there.
Underwear.
They found Greek jewelry in Scandinavia.
Scandinavia and amber was traded to the Greeks. Like
yeah, amber is one of the, of course, big things as well. Very much so, very much so. Finland had its ways, and there was wealth of somewhat, but and that's why we had like crusaders made against us at some point. Yay! Are you working on what at the moment? Drawing some anime stuff as well? Here we go.
Used _underwear.
Check out Vinland Saga, an anime about Vikings. Oh, yeah, that's actually anime, yes. That actually we could be checking out some pictures of it. But yes, I've heard of that, Vinland Saga, indeed. It is about Finland, though. I very much doubt it. It's more like a Vineland sort of fashion, yes. Vineland is a kind of a different place compared to Finland, which have a lot of swamps. And Vikings had to come here, and that's why we are not really Scandinavians in a sense. Like Scandinavia is kind of a wrong word to use for us. We are more. Oh, it is good. I see. I see. Good to hear that is the case, and we have a problem over here, as you can see. Actually not. Actually not. Very good. Let's continue the work.
The state of Minnesota has the highest population of Finnish descendants.
That's the thing, my friend. That's the thing. That's what we got. And I would like to America visit too at some point, I tell you, but I'm not sure where to start, and I don't like currently the here we go. I think actually need to look back the thing. Yes, this looks much better there. Yeah, like this. Here we go. Much better. Let me put back. But it's kind of awful looking at the same time, don't you think? It's kind of like it doesn't look real, so I'm going to be fixing it a little bit. Of course, you need to have this sort of... Yeah, I'm not big as in drawing, so hopefully you are not nasty about that. Yes, I'm not the best when it comes to drawing. But that's just the thing. We are practicing. We're doing the work. So you're from what place you said you were from? Used underwear, my friend.
Zebek. In Poland we have Mia Korfut, a YouTuber who know 10 languages, and he rap in some of them in one song.
Oh, that's quite something.
You should go somewhere warm, lol, experience the heat.
Oh man, I've been in Hong Kong a few times, and man, it was like a 40 Celsius, and I was just like, I don't personally would like to. I would not like to live in that sort of world. I tell you, there's something wrong with the face. I personally think it's like too fat to be anime. Is it like too fat? Is it kind of too roundish? It doesn't look like a real person. It doesn't. It looks like a. It looks like an abomination.
I'm from the state of
Illinois. All right. All right.
Theirs is a Finland too at this song.
Finland? No Finland songs here. Currently listening from Final Fantasy. I would like to. Oh, please let me share. Share me some stuff if you have. One of the things I don't like the current head shape. The head shape should be like not this round again. Okay, I need to be. I need to be sorting the head shape.
Zebek. https://youtube.com/watch?mark.
I will check that very much, but I need to fix this. I need to fix the. This is not good. The neck looks kind of weird. Yeah, it looks. It's terrible.
The neck kinda looks weird.
I think I'm just gonna hate this whole thing. I'm gonna be making another one. Yeah. That's what they say, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard process. So the idea is that the eyes is very big and they are kind of unproportionate as well. But you know, who cares about that? We only care about the results, and one of the results I want to be doing is. It's kind of fatty. Like it's like not normal. The shape of the head needs to be like more like let me see the spot. So what kind of Finland song is that, my friend Sabek? What sort of, like, you are studying history, my friend, used underwear. What is the plan for you after that? Are you going to be like just teaching history, or what sort of like job are you going to have on that? Of course, there are many ways for historians to work on stuff, indeed. One of the things I don't like about this face is that its shape is super, like... I think this is better. I need to be fixing it still.
Can most Finnish people speak English?
Yes, they can.
I would be interested in visiting Helsinki.
Hey, if you want to come here, feel free to let me know, because I live in the here area. But I tell you, one of the things is
Finland is me a core fat YouTuber who rap in 7 languages, and there's Finland too.
Oh, I need to check that out then, my friend. Let's see that. I'm not going to be showing it on the video, but I'm going to be checking that.
Yeah, hopefully teaching or working in a museum.
Museum, I see. Would be lovely to, have you visit, supposedly, yes. Would be. Yes, my anime face is still awful. Let me just check out what is the rap thingy you have on mine. Yes, a rap thingy. It's in 33 seconds. Does it mean that the Finnish thing is on that spot? Let us see. I personally am not the rapish kind of styled person, to be honest. Yeah, the leg looks weird because it's working, of course, as much as possible. And Finnish people can speak English. That is what we can do. We study very well.
Freestyle and donate to hospitals.
Oh, so there's Polish, Spanish, Italian. Well. Japan, Russian. Well, that's the kind of a thing. I'm going to be checking that afterwards of the stream. Well, thank you for sharing, Zabek. Now, because in Poland we have Hot 16 challenge rules, it's freestyle and donate to hospitals. So it's like a rap thingy? What are you talking about, my friend? And I'm not really happy on the face currently. It's awful. I'm the biggest critic of it right now. I'm one of the biggest critics. I think it's because of the down shape of it.
Underwear. Can you understand Swedish or Russian?
Personally, Russian, yes, because I've studied it. In our school, we study a lot of Swedish, but I'm not going to be just interested on that because of the fact of our history, and it's kind of like a thrown, like it's kind of like a, just like forced on our face. Personally, I'm not very interested on people getting forced to learn anything, so that's why I've not really gotten interested on Swedish language, to be honest. I have many Swedish friends though, but they understand for me that the fact is that if somebody's forced to learn something, I'm not really interested. I personally know Hanyu, so like, of course, Chinese language, and I know Russian, Ruski Язык. And that's what I know personally. So we have like here the mouth here. Yes. One of the things I'm going to be doing on here is trying to do the shaping. Yes. The shaping. We're going to be seeing how that works. So far, alright. He looks like a kind of a woman, doesn't he? Yeah. I suppose when you take a woman hairstyle, that's just how it kind of starts looking, yeah. I need to be, of course, getting better with it. Yes, indeed, indeed. So let's start by actually making this whole thing better looking, indeed. And what it starts from the outlines very much. Outlines. That's what I've learned. Of course, my skill is super limited, as I said.
Used _underwear. You need to draw the face at the same angle as the picture.
Yeah, I should. Yes, the eyes in a wrong position. This is hard, man. How do people can actually do this as a full-time job? I tell you. Let's see. Can we actually put it like? Yeah, this looks much better. Much better. It was not in the same spot. That was the thing. And then back to the whole screen again. Here we go. Oh no, no. And now let's go back. Here we go. Now we're back. I think it's much more better positioned. Yes, need. Thank you for the suggestions. We are getting better with this whole thing, but I need to be, of course, doing my work. He looks kind of fat.
Or use a picture that's facing forward.
I suppose I'm going to be just doing this flawed style. Like, of course, the perspective is kind of, as you can see. But I think it should be looking forward. It should be looking forward. But we shall see how this goes. Feel free to just give me criticism, because I am awful at this, I tell you. My anime is very limited. The Vinland Saga, I've heard good things about it. There's this. It's like a Viking of anime sort of version. Yes. I like in Finland. It's sad thing. Like, we should have more like the. Currently, things in Finland are not in the best light of situation when it comes to culture. We have many great cultural people, but unfortunately, the big institutions have kind of gotten lazy in many ways. I wish we would have this sort of like anime industry and anime creators like in Japan. People say that we don't have many people, that's why we can't have that. But
the story is good.
It is. Oh, very good. I like good stories, I tell you. Otherwise, there's no really. If there's no good stories, why to even have good stuff there? Good stories are the key. Personally, I'm a story person myself as well. One of the things I'm going to be actually working on is the eyes. The eyes are kind of weird. Let me actually make them better. So if you really want the anime eyes, you have to like have this sort of like weird sort of fashion.
Does Finland use the euro?
Yes, we do. We might not use it very soon, because the thing is that we are the European is having a crisis currently, and many people are not very happy about euro. Myself, kind of included in there, because the euro has had some nasty effects on ourselves. Personally, I think at least many people are like saying it's the best thing ever. Personally, not the hugest fan. Of course, that's up to people themselves to think on that, but I have my own reasoning. I think it's Finland had it better without it. We can just look at Sweden, and it's economically doing much better. That's the thing.
Shadow the parrot.
Shadow! Good to see you. How are you doing, my friend? Shadow from Norway. Indeed, we are talking with used underwear about Finland in an anime stream. I tell you, there should be an anime industry in Finland. We should have like all the anime things here. That's the thing. Of course, it's it has its weaknesses, the anime style and such. But I think it if worked hard enough, I think you can get some good stuff in there. And for some reason, it's again doing this sort of trickery for us, which I hate. Let's fix it. Let's get close to the eye. Indeed. Indeed. We're getting some good stuff over here, I suppose, with the eyes. I personally like it. How are you doing, Shadow?
Oh, we always need more aim.
More anime! That's what we always need. If you don't have anime, what else you would have? Nothing.
PBSA.
Sweden is still small, and I was able to build both tanks and capital ships. What are you talking about?
So Finland could also do multiple
Less
people than Japan.
Very true.
For example,
We invest a lot of people.
Underwear. Yes, Scandinavia area has a lot of technology.
Mobile phone, Nokia, that was invented here, like the smart, the phone was kind of made in here.
You guys have the technology to make aim.
We have the technology, but we don't have the spirit in the current generation. I'm going to be changing it personally if I can. But the current Ultra Kelvin Ultra HD. Oh well, that's quite something. If you're interested on gaming stuff, Serge's channel is a very lovely one, so check it out. But we have the technology. We have done some progress. Yes, I'm going to be showing you very soon. But the thing is, the eyes was very big thing. Currently we are doing the anime style of eyes, which I personally never have done before. So I think it actually looks much better. It looks like the anime of the century, indeed. And I'm taking those sort of like visual style from the big show we have on the title screen over here. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, it's quite an epic moment over here. We're looking at making some stuff over here. But I tell you, we have the technology. Unfortunately, our will is kind of withered because it's we are current people that are ruling Finland are kind of selling out the Finnish spirit. We have had great things in Finland, great artworks and such. Like if you know Moomins and such, that from Finland and such. But unfortunately, current generation is all about just money and no culture, which I do not agree upon at all. Of course, that's just how I see things.
Those eyes are just beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Serge. Let me go back and show it to you very soon. I'm going to be still doing the black stuff in here because that's the Studio Ghibli eyes over here. Oh yeah. Now, what you doing, Serge, on this point on in the anime stream? We are listening epic music in the background. Things is getting better. I tell you, of course, that's kind of a problem of every country, kind of a greedy people. But I tell you, like currently in Finland, it's a big problem.
I say this in a negative way, but doesn't Finland have a high suicide rate?
Does it? I suppose it does. I think it's there might be a reasoning for it. I suppose it's because of when you don't have the culture and the lack of meaning is kind of disappearing, then people kill themselves. That's the such. Very dark topic, what I tell you. Let me actually check it out. I'm going to be showing it on stream, perhaps, if I'm up to you. Oh no, I forgot. I cannot press the links because otherwise it just gets crazy. Here we go. But we shall see what sort of stuff did you draw, Zapek. But I don't know about suicide rates in Finland, to be honest. I don't know about the rates. But they might be high for a reason. Because when you lose the spirit, which I personally want to bring more up in Finland. Because we had a beautiful thing, and we have it. We have the Finnish sisu, we have the Finnish story. Unfortunately, that's a sad thing.
The Northern and Baltic countries have
oh, is it me? Is it me? Is this like my picture? Oh, well, actually, let me show that. Oh, this is made by Zapek. That is beautiful. Oh, yes. Very beautiful. Thank you for that. It's like, I just have my big nose. It definitely has. My big nose and my kind of like very nasty eyes as well. Oh. Very similarly looking. Yeah, thank you, Zapek, on that. And even my headphones are there. Very, very good. Thank you very much on that. I appreciate it.
3. My arm is killing me. I like dirt biking and I crashed the other day to have 11 sticks. I landed on my head too, but my helmet made it a safe crash.
Oh, man, you need to be careful on that. You know, you could die on that. That's the thing.
Trophy, congratulations.
Very nice.
You've received 100.
Very nice indeed, used underwear. Very much looks like me. Very much like
underwear.
I used
looks good.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Sabek. By the way, used underwear, like your plan is to go like work in a museum sort of fashion. Is it like historians like work in that sort of fashion? Is it like that? So yeah, it kind of starts looking like a person now, which is very good. Anime spirit is here. Man, I'm so happy that you didn't have anything, Serge. Man, because that's Like, that's a life-killing thing. And I would have never known, because, of course, you would be in coma and such, or, you know, very nasty. That's very nasty, of course. Yeah, I've almost had a same kind of head injury. I did not have a helmet at all, and I actually fall in my own house. And it almost killed me. It was a very bad hit. I still can feel it. Indeed. Aiko, welcome here. We're doing some anime stuff over here. As you can see, the greatest anime fight is almost happening here in eluukkanen.
It was very minor, which is good.
Very good, because head injuries are deadly, even small ones.
Explain it to kids on school trips, and they need people to take care of the items.
That's very good. That's very good. I didn't, of course, if that's the profession, you know, that and there needs to be like that. Of course, knowledge is power. I tell you, we should have more historians in positions that actually they know about history. They know how governments and countries behave. They should be in much like advisory positions of great people, I believe. So, Aiko, how are you doing? Are you working on any paintings? Yeah, Aiko is a painter. I always say that because Aiko's painting, you know, she has this own very unique style for her. And of course, she's the best when it comes to giving us feedback on are we actually doing good in here, because I have no idea. We're going to be doing some shading work in here. Here we go, like this. Sort of fashion, yeah.
Hi Sir 3x, have I ever drawn name?
Have you drawn anime?
Smiling face
you haven't? Oh, that is unacceptable, of course. Anime is life. Anime is all you can have.
If I didn't have a helmet, I would have hit a rock and probably a very bad concussion, which can lead to internal bleeding and then death.
Yes, I very much am sad to hear that that's the case for you. I'm very happy that it didn't go badly.
I'm a very flattered, smiling face.
Of course, Aiko's work very lovely. You're impressed, really? It doesn't really look much, to be honest. It's kind of simple.
I personally think most of the world is in a time of crisis. Don't be surprised if there is a big war within 20 years.
I think it's much sooner. You know, I personally think. And gladly, I know how I've been in army myself. In army training, I can do some stuff. Probably I'm going to be dying in front lines, but still.
I think it means what in Japanese?
Nani? Like what? Yeah, that's the kind of the anime memes over here. I personally actually saw this dream today, which was a very weird dream. I saw an atomic bomb exploding in my home, like a home city, basically. I saw this sort of big atomic bomb, shade of bomb, like just dropping down, like wee. And I was like, what is that? Dream, what are you trying to tell me? Are we going to have a nuclear war? Of course, you know, it's kind of a, you know, listening to dreams. It's sometimes it's not the best of the perhaps the way to get some news information, but it was a weird sort of way how mine was thinking something like that. I was not really thinking that like a nuclear bomb exploding.
I am well though and enjoying this stream.
I'm very happy, so.
I'm going to be honest, you can pass for my favorite artist.
Hey, that's too much. That's too much.
Showing it at its finest.
Thank you very much. I'm not the best, I tell you. I'm very lacking in many stuff. I need to still learn about the face shapes. Mandatory service? Yes, we do. I actually do know. Please, can you tell me something about that? Are you from Japanese background yourself? Finland has a mandatory service, I tell you, very much so. You know, 6 months is mandatory, and 1 year is like you can have an extension of 6 months for that. That is the way it goes. I personally do like the service because it's kind of like a connection to real things. You know, when you throw a grenade in your life, I think that's the kind of you understand that where all the peace in the world is actually relying upon. Like in anime, like, you know, in anime you have this big sword fighting people. All of the victories and such in animes, it's always based upon how hero is going to like win the greatest challenge and such. That's the thing. That's where everything is based upon, even some good things. And it's nasty, but, you know, countries have to be defended and such. And that's why I personally am not against armed force things. Of course, some people say that, you know, some of my friends said, like, are you going to go there and shoot some goddamn kids or something? Like, no, that's not what army is about.
I have to make a confession. I was born in France. I grew up in France.
Ah.
I live in France, but I am half French, half Japanese.
Oh, very cool.
Really
We have
don't know
Japanese
how to
origin
get it out
people
to
from
me, but
here.
Simple and easy art is my favorite.
Simple
I
and
haven't
clean.
seen one in years, and then came you.
Oh. I very much, of course, appreciate your words. I recommend if you want to check out, if you want to see some interesting sort of art style, Aiko has some lovely art paintings as well. I don't know if you want to post Aiko's of your link on here, but I tell you, like, Aiko does this sort of very lovely art style, like a paint all the time. I personally just do digital art. So I have to say I'm a bit lacking on it, but I appreciate, of course, your words. Your words means a lot, because then I'm doing something good. You know, there's something good going on over here. I don't actually know how many people we have watching on here, but gladly we have doing something, which is the key of this stream.
Half Japanese only, his smiling face with open mouth and cold.
Well, half
skin.
Japanese
My
is nothing
parents
to
is
be ashamed
French
of.
And my other parent is Japanese.
Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed.
Used _underwear.
That's like two interesting
That's
cultures,
very
for me at
strange
least,
to me.
connected together.
You'd think that a country with mandatory service would be more conservative, but Finland is very left-leaning.
Unfortunately, we're having a power struggle right now.
Third, 3.
We're having a big power
There is
struggle
9
right now.
lucky people watching.
9! Yeah, what's it in Japanese? They say like yandata or something like excellent or something. I don't know. Excellent.
The drawing streams are
Drawing
my
streams
favorite.
are the most epicest there are, I tell you. We are getting in position of actually finishing the hair and then going to facial things, indeed. Oh yes. We are doing some work over here. But I tell you, there's actually an interesting thing, used underwear. There's a power struggle going on in Finland. Like, we had many long years the sort of left-leaning government. Which, of course, at some point they were not bad, but at this current time, they've been actually doing these sort of weird things. Like, you know, saying that Finland is kind of like a culture of Finland is bad, which I'm very much against, because, of course, Finland is a very valuable culture, I tell you. And actually, we have very conservative big party in Finland, but it was closed from the getting to the power at all, because, you know, we have like many party system, and the biggest party has to make a coalition with others, and the second biggest party that was a conservative was like just moved out. That's a very interesting sort of movings. Hey! The only word I know in Japanese is Ohio, which means good morning, Ohio! I don't want to really do that anymore. That was actually cringy, yeah. Oh, it's like, oh. I just like, I'm being looking too much like animes, and I'm just like seeing people like having mobile phones and moshi, and I'm just like, oh man, this is like can I actually get this out of my head even? I have few people I know from Japan land, but it's, I haven't seen them in many years. Japanese is very interesting society, I tell you. Aiko, are you working any paintings recently? Let me know. So far, I like the hair she got. I think it's she or he, I don't know. Should it be she or he? We're gonna be adding some boyish features if it's like a he, or if we're gonna be having female-ish, if not. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna be letting you to decide that, what this character is going to be. And the name, of course. If you have any good name suggestions, that's up to you. Now, I'm going to be doing some of the deleting over here. As you can see, this is going to be taken down. Oh, yeah. Actually, I noticed much better to take this one down first. Yes, like that. Like that. Here we go.
Used _underwear. What was your time in the military like?
I like it.
Do you have any interesting stories?
Oh, it depends. Many sort of. There was this.
Is also a
Well, of
US
course.
state.
Ohio, of course. I do know. But interesting that, you know, good mornings to USA, it seems, they say always. But I tell you, one of the things in army was interesting. We had this sort of big military exercise. We had a very long, this sort of like, we had to like march 50 kilometers. Sort of kind of okay amount of walking.
I tried adding you on Fortnite, but the game says you don't exist.
I don't exist. My name is Mursumeister. Mursumeister 11 in in PlayStation Fortnite world, indeed. Eluukkanen is not my name in Fortnite, yes. We haven't done Fortnite streams, yes. I tried to use my army experience in Fortnite. But one of the experiences I had in real army was this sort of like, we went this sort of very big, extensive, like army exercise. We had to march 50 kilometers. There was a rain all the time, we just didn't see anything because it's night time. Then we had to camp outside. Then it's pouring rain. I'm just like, oh, I need to just get some sleep. I'm so tired. And I'm trying to get some sleep. Everybody from my squad took the sort of the...
in Japanese culture. Don't watch AIM.
Oh, weird.
Isn't it?
I suppose when you like, it's part of you, it's kind of not that exotic.
You will see a tree
The experience was that I was just, I tried to went to sleep. I tried to went to sleep and the thing is, like there was this sort of like blanket that everyone, like the whole group was given, like just this protects you from the rain. Everybody just went in there, like all the 8 people, like down there. Just of course they had their own bunks, they just didn't sleep next to each other, but still, it was a big blanket. And I had to do some really good, like I had to actually like guard and do this sort of stuff, and other people took all the space. I needed to sleep in the pouring rain, and I did not know how I could get sleep because I was just waking from like getting raindrops on my face. Like I was just waking every 45 minutes, like it's so like dream-like sort of state, you know, the armor they have. Of course, I'm very proud of. I threw some grenades in there.
I typed your name and it didn't work. Next time you Steam it, I can teach you how to type my name in and send me a friend
Hey,
request.
Serge, let's do that. Of course, we need to be doing that. That's what we need. I want to still play with you, and some people have said I should do more of that.
2 steps.
2 steps. How is that? I personally haven't done an account in the. I just have my PlayStation account there, so I suppose that's the thing. Yeah, I suppose that's the kind of the thing in between. Here we go. Our anime character, and it's kind of interesting, Aiko, you mentioned that. It's you know, you will see a tree that you haven't seen in real life. What are you? Did you do guarding? No, we just military exercises. We are of course frontline troops, so we do destroy enemies, whether they come from anywhere. Very much front lines. Gladly, of course, I'm not the first line to enter the war if war happens. That's the thing, because there's some years from that. But I'm one of the forces that will go there. Messenger person, personally, like I'm part of a fighting battalion, but I have laptops and that sort of stuff at the same time. So that's the how it works. I cannot really tell too much more, but that's basically how it works.
Good morning. Here in Portugal we have place with that name. But in Portuguese,
bom dia.
There's a bus that also have that name. So I always said that is the bus with best manners.
Oh, that is very lovely indeed.
3. 1 hour strong.
1 hour is our stream going, I tell you. 1 hour and 17 minutes. Welcome to stream, anyone newcomers, and thank you for being here. We are doing some anime stuff, as you can see. Whee! There's our anime protagonist, female, very strong, independent female character. Bom dia. And I tell you, hyvää huomenta in Finnish. Hyvää huomenta. It's a good day, hyvää päivää in Finnish right now. And for some reason we have these circles coming, which is not very good.
It is similar to the Spanish Buenos dias.
It is very similar to Spanish. Of course, they are close to each other, so that might reflect that, yes. Portugal is one of the interesting countries in the world. No, its position next to Spain, and it's one of the only neighbors it has. It's very interesting. So now let's do some nose. Hopefully we're able to do some nose. Here we go. Let's work on some nose. How is your day going yourself? Are you planning to watch some anime? I personally watched what's the One Punch Man yesterday. One of the episodes there was this sort of like a Undersea King, Attack of Undersea King. It was actually pretty lovely. I like how self-aware it is.
In French, we say bonjour, or if we leave, we say bon matinee.
If we leave, it's bon matinee. What's the difference? It's like, you know, when you see someone, you say like, good to see you now, and see you later sort of fashion, I suppose. Sort of fashion, yeah, might be. I'm doing some shading on the nose. I'm going to be deleting some of the shadings from here. That's what we have to have. The emotion she's going to have, or he's going to have, I'm actually thinking it's going to be she. But, you know, that's the thing. That's we got to be seeing how that works. And then we're going to be having, I suppose, this sort of like mouth things.
Yes, that is true. If you are talking about Spanish Castilian, in case of Spanish Catalan is bon dia.
I see. I've actually been, my brother was in Portugal. He had this sort of very rare chance of actually getting there, and he said that the area he visited was not. Hey, used underwear. I will check Vinland Saga. I will check it with my brother. Yeah. Thank you, United Used Underwear. We need those sort of people. Are you personally, have you been in army yourself, actually, if you want to still say, but hey, see you later. I check your Spotify music and I have to say that's very well made. It says you have 20 followers. Yay! Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
To say they are very well made. It says you have 20,000 followers, so congrats.
20,000? I don't really believe that. I think I have like 20,000 views or something. Yes. Portugal is a great history. For their size, they have a huge impact on the world, I tell you. It's just the current Portugal, I don't know how is the things in current Portugal way. I heard that in the news industry there's a lot of, at least I heard, I might be misheard, or I might have read from some weird place, but I heard that the news industry has kind of faltered recently in Portugal. Of course, that's just my knowledge. I think it's because of the copyright laws on that sort of fashion, yes. Might be my mistake, though. But I will check the Vinland Saga, thank you.
Underwear. Number. I'm thinking of going. It's expensive to go to college, but if you join military you get free college.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the military has, but of course you can die in there, that sort of fashion. Of course. Personally, if we look at some American exercises, Finnish army is... that's actually no idea. This kind of an imaginary person. This is like an original creation. Yes, I think in American army, I might be wrong, but I look at some training session, at least poured in camera, and it's sort of like shouting and this sort of thing. In Finland, we don't really are interested in shouting that sort of stuff into it. It's much more. Could you say like much more? It's kind of unnecessarily saying the shouting in the army sort of fashion. It's much more like a. No, just do this. Shoot the enemy. That's the thing. All right. Let's go. Of course, in the beginning sort of session, they're not shouting to you, but of course they have less respect on the newbie sort of fashion. But still.
Third 3. It looks like the girl in the
It kind of has. I took some of the things from her hair, but nothing else otherwise. Of course, as you can see, the nose is very different indeed. What are you doing? One of the thing, a trick.
Used underwear. University is expensive. I finished my 2-year degree in community college, but if I got to university I will have to get a big loan, which suck.
Man, I hate loans. Don't take loans. Don't take loans. It's like a slavement for 20 years.
But I don't know the
Man, but of course in America it's much more rougher situation. I'm not going to university until I get my financial situation well. But of course in Finland it's a free university already, so it shouldn't be a big risk. But I know many people in Finland that actually go to university and they're not able to get like a job for themselves, which is very sad, of course. But hey, I appreciate it. Spain have multiple languages, if Castilian, Basque, Catalan, Galician and more, but I don't know them all. And about News Portugal, I don't think that's true. Okay, it might be just my imagination then. I might have read it wrong then, yes, of course. Good to know, good to know.
Finnish mentality and Japanese mentality are quite similar.
They mix with each other well.
I'm ashamed of something. I learned Spanish when I was 13, and 12 years later, I still can't pronounce the Spanish smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat.
Very kawaii! Oh, that's another word over here. That's our kawaii so far. As you can see, there's some problem with the phasing. It's like looks like an egg or something. We're gonna be changing that a little bit. Kawaii!
Well, it is my time.
It is my time.
Big Boy Hippo
goes back to lake. Fiends of nature and humanity. Serve the country well. Indeed.
Goodbye, my friend.
Nice, look very nice, I suppose.
The
Yeah, they don't match too much.
Multi-hog.
Mm.
Don't match.
I'm gonna be checking those out, of course. Multi-hog, thanks for the suggestion sort of stuff.
Use
I need that.
underwear.
Egg girl! That's what we need. Egg girl. Spanish R, how do you pronounce that? But yes, comedy is still fixing a lot of things. But it's getting better. It's getting better, honestly, I have to tell you. You know, my drawing skills are limited, but of course, the eyes of not the red dog.
And previous freemies.
Hey, but thank you, Hippo, for being here. I appreciate it. Of course, that was very anime speech you had. Let's see you next time. We need anime speeches.
Good night, Hypo.
Hypo, good night, and good to see you. It's a pleasure, indeed. Hypo. But I tell you, one of the things, what is it? I'm not Spanish, I'm neighborhood and previous. Frenemies! Oh no. What is frenemies, you mean? Is it like a truly arch nemesis? Of course, animes always need arch nemesis. That's what they need. Here we go. Animes do need arch nemesis because otherwise it's gonna be easy time for the protagonist. And for some reason it's not doing what I was hoping for it to do. Yes. Alright, here we go. It's on the same position much more now. I'm gonna be still, of course, making it a bit smaller. Hopefully I'm able to do that. But I have no idea. How do you do it smaller? How do you do it smaller? How do you do it smaller? How do you reduce the size of the thing? I don't know how this program works.
Basically friends and enemies at the same time.
That sounds nasty. I don't really like those sort of stuff.
What is your YouTube? You don't have it linked on daily.
Of course. It's, let me actually write it on the screen with the text sort of stuff. It's kind of only going to be keeping it just a moment. But this is the place to check out all eluukkanen power. Here we go. So it's basically... there's no supported fonts anyways. So basically it's this. Let me actually share it in just a moment, because of course I was asked.
If someone is your enemy, he's not your friend. Hesitant smiling.
No, not at all. I personally believe that as well. Let me actually post it to you. This is the YouTube we got over here. Here we go. Oh, yeah, before I leave, I would love to see you work on a fox drawing next stream. Hey, if that is the way, I think I could be doing the next drawing stream. Indeed, next drawing stream. It's back to the fox thingy. Yeah, very true. That's very true. Actually, we're gonna be doing a hard destruction over this. But I thank you, Tipo. I wish all the best for you, man. I wish all the best. There's a problem in here. We're gonna be fixing it with our power.
And I think R is Spanish would sound like a.
Let's do some fixing, eh? An R which from air. It's like an air. So like an air. I don't know. My Spanish is 0%. I know many Finnish people actually go that are successful, at least used to went to go to Spanish.
Yes, show me on screen what your YouTube is. The links on daily are slow to load.
Okay, let me do it. Let me do it, my friend. Let me actually write it easily for him. So yeah, I need to be sharing that to my friend Underwear. Yes, indeed. Quite a name you got yourself there. Of course, very much this sort of Finnish realistic sort of name, I tell you. Okay, let me open it to you on the monitor. You can see it, I think, now. It's this one. YouTube/eluukkanen. You can find me there. Oh, yeah. Thanks for being here, Underwear. And I wish all the best for you as well, if you are leaving. If that's what you choose, of course. It's a grave mistake of leaving eluukkanen live streams. You cannot. Well, of course, it's a pleasure, of course, having you here. Just a joke.
I would love to see you keep working on your previous fox drawing.
We're gonna be.
Definitely be there.
Hey, we're gonna do that.
Favorite stream of yours with the Spyro ones.
I'm happy for that, my friend. I'm happy. What's happening? Something weird happened. Okay, something weird just happened. I will be doing that. I tell you, I will be doing that. And I appreciate for your support on that. I did like the fox drawing, of course. Anime and humans are a bit hard, as you might notice. And the X shape, we're gonna be fixing that right now. The idea is that you can get like this sort of like direct shape like this. And then it kind of like goes to here, and then there's like a... Like this. Yeah, I'm not the best when it comes to humans yet. Humans is very limited to me. I wanna learn some stuff. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To draw the anime that ever is needed, to change and make my cause. I will read all the mangas, to know what's best for me. Alright, I should actually stop in there. But yeah, we actually made a Pokemon singing stream some while ago, I tell you. Anyways, we're gonna be doing some of the X shaping out. I'm actually doing the X shape out of the picture.
Third 3.
X shape out of the picture.
For reaching 4,000 watch hours.
Actually, I did, but I don't know. Like sometimes I don't get commercials. And my money, I don't really care about the ads revenue, to be honest. More about the distribution, because I noticed that if I have those, then I just appreciate it. Underwear. A lovely name you got. Very much this sort of Finnish sort of feeling. Used underwear, indeed. Of course, good to change that sometimes. Good thing that you practice. Man, that's too much. Too kind, man.
I'm going to bed. It's getting late here.
Hyvää yötä, ystäväni. Best regards from Finland. It's midday here, so I'm not going to be sleeping for some while, but of course it's a midday there. Imagine, midday over there, and I'm going to be just sleeping here. It's kind of weird. Yeah, our world is quite something, I tell you.
Third 3. I get ads all the time on your streams.
Oh, you do? Well, that's good then, I suppose. But I personally do not care about the ads. The only sad thing about this thing, I'm just going to tell you to people that are watching, I only put that only because I know that it gets the things distributed. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because the thing is, and it depends of course what ads you get, but on the YouTube side of things, I tell you, only reason I put it because I know it distributes the content more. I've noticed a big more increase of that. That's.
I haven't got any this stream yet.
I suppose. I don't really care about it. I suppose I should be like very interested about some pennies. I don't think so. Pennies are like pennies. Usually pennies are pennies. So instead of money, I want to talk about this lovely thing over here, which I think it's getting better. It's of course limited in style, and the eyes is a bit better than last time, I think. As I still need to of course fix one of the things I did here. Yes. As you can see, this is the anime Tinkwinkle effect. If Eiko is here or anyone here, when I was young, I really learned this sort of effect that you have to make an eye, and then you have the twinkle effect in the air, like, oh, it's an anime thingy. Yeah, that's an anime thingy. Yes.
Third 3. At least you're happy with the other revenue you make.
Indeed. I personally work more for the mainstream main project on my for the money sake. I'm currently making a game, and I'm currently in works of publishing a book. It's of course in creation. Of course we have people like in eluukkanen server to work on those. So that's where my money came from. Personally, I just worked on a project a moment ago. I made a deck demo, and I was paid for that. And of course much more than ever this place could. Of course I appreciate any sort of donations if people do that. If you want to do it, very much up to you. I want to somehow do that. I could offer something in return, rather than just some ads.
Is theorized that it comes from the Portuguese word obrigado, thanks in Portuguese.
Obrigado. Portuguese is actually a very interesting, lovely way of the language. It's different, but it's similar then again to the land of Spanish. What sort of relation? So you mean like you have frenemies? I personally don't even like to even encounter frenemies too much, to be honest, because they drain your stamina. Like Serge, Eiko meant. Yes, Eiko mentioned it some while ago. I personally don't like frenemies too much. I have fought a few ones, and they are like these composer people, and they just they pretend to be very happy about you, but they hate you. Like you can visibly see it. And I even get some messages from them saying that they don't like what I do here on YouTube, which I'm like, alright. Up to ya, but I tell you, I'm not going to stop here. Composers are weird people, I tell you. So keen on their territory. Instead, of course, we should work together. But composers are very, are like one of the hardest ones to really get close to, I tell you. This sort of like people. And I know as a composer, I've seen it. I've seen it. And of course, as I run projects and such, that's just how it works. Here we go. An anime person is coming to life. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream so far. I have no idea how many people we have, but anime is being worked on, I tell you. I'm going to become the mangaka of this century. Indeed. Of course, this art is still nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about, I tell you. One of the styles I very much like personally is this sort of like a line shading. You have one line, you just do a shading on it like this, like this, like this, like this, and it starts to like getting its shape, which I love. Just look at that.
PBSA. Now not, but before, especially in the colonial era and more after the 1640, the year where Portugal fought for liberty for the 2NC time.
Fought for the liberty.
Cert 3.
Very, very good.
I like to make it at least an hour and a half of your Steam before I head to bed here in the US.
Hey,
I wish the
that's
other
cool.
7 people to enjoy this creation by you, and everybody have a great day.
Oh man, you're
I love
living.
you all.
It's a pleasure, man. Always pleasure to have Mr. Surge. If you're into any kind of gameplay stuff, check out Surge's stream. Very, very lovely content. He's actually very active every day, putting stuff out there. And I'm just doing daily streams, much more easier than daily videos, I tell
Love
you.
from France. Cert 3 face throwing a kiss at
Terveisin Suomesta. All the best from Finland to you. And hey, thanks 7 people also being here and saying goodbye to our friend Surge. Indeed. That's the thing. We need to keep together, support each other. That's what we need to do in this modern time of age. And there's too much of this sort of like frenemy sort of fashion in here. And it keeps us apart, keeps us weak. That's the greatest sin there is. It keeps us very weak. We could actually do great stuff together if we work together. But usually people are just like, no, I want to be the biggest dog on the town. And usually that makes them very weak. It's like in army games. Like, you know, if you have army, you just don't have one tank in the field. You have actually foot soldiers to support it. Yeah, because otherwise, you know, it gets taken down pretty easily, I tell you. It gets taken out pretty easily. Yeah, that's not good. That's never really good.
Face shape is like Spirited Away Ghost.
Yes! How do you do it? Like, it doesn't... I don't know. Should this mouth be like in this position? I think it actually should. So yeah, I think I should be actually making the face more rounder. Now it looks like he has a beard or something. Yay! Actually, I could do that. Yes, let me do it. Let me see how that effect is. We're gonna of course go back if I'm doing a mistake. The face has to be very high. That's the thing, because of course that's in reality. Of course, anime is not reality. I tell you. My shock.
U.NNED to draw a mouth.
I suppose. I'm going to be seeing, does this look better when it comes to proportions? This looks, again, it doesn't have... The only way I think I could make this work is like to have it from here shapen down. Otherwise it would be a fatso face, which I personally do not want. Fatsos are welcome here. Yeah. Keep away from me, fatzos. And nothing against anyone here. Actually, I was, when I was young, I was a bit of, well, that was just a kind of a phase, I suppose I was. Personally, I have not been very on that after that. That was just how people work. My brothers are the skinniest people ever, and I was like the biggest person ever when I was young. Of course, now I'm getting to shape. There's a lot of mangas that don't have mouth. Oh, they don't have mouth. What is that, Nani? What is that thing? Nani, I tell you. Yeah, that's the thing. I remember playing a Wii Sports, and the Wii Sports, the thing said like, man, you're like obese person. And thing is, it's made for Japanese, I think, power scaling and such. Japanese people are not the... not the people.
I remember of a manga I enjoyed a little. It was Samurai Deeper Kaio.
Samurai Deeper Kaio, what is that?
How to say, some scenes.
Are you talking about that thing again? Yeah, some nasty things over there. Japanese have the shock value in their stuff. That's the thing they very much like. Shock value. Yeah, I just watched Yo-Yo. No Yo-Yo. I mean like One Punch Man, and there was this character like some kind of angel person. I was like, oh please, no please. For Japanese, they have like very different humor to ourselves. Some things are very humorous that I think like shouldn't be in here in Finland. Yes. Yes, indeed. I think the size is might be better. Might be good. Might be good. Who knows? We're gonna be still shaping hair. I need to learn the shapes. No, we had the egg woman, as they say. Egg woman. But this is not an egg woman anymore. Let's see. So this is the kind of the frontal, and then it goes like down. Much better, I think. Yes, here we go. Our anime characters is becoming like a... what is Samurai Deeper Kaio? Does it like have this gory scenes, as you mentioned? Also tried Naruto, but never got along. My brother Howe enjoyed it a lot. I think it's this sort of like the demographic for Naruto is this sort of like fighting anime stuff. It's I possibly wouldn't be getting into Naruto at this point. I remember if Shadow the Parrot is still here, he liked Naruto. I remember that much. Yes. Yeah, it's made for different sort of age groups. That's the thing.
One episode of Pokemon never aired on USA, and probably on other place in the world.
Yeah, the beach episode.
Pointing a revolver at the three characters.
No, yeah. That's one of the episodes. There's also one thing that there was this. Yeah, the James like having sort of like a speech bikini on himself. That was not something that was aired here in. Okay, we have a crash here on the screen. Hopefully not. Actually, going to be saving the progress we have already before any crashes happen. Let's do it. But yeah, the gun episode I remember. I don't know what is it that you shouldn't like USA be like one of the most gun places in the world. That's weird. That's weird.
Some gory scenes, sometimes half obscene. Basically, it deals with a doctor who lost his body and travels to find
Well, that is quite something. That is quite something. How did he lose his body? I wonder. I do wonder. I do wonder very much. Thing is, personally, there can be some interesting stories. I personally been watching the Full Metal Alchemist. I think one of my favorite animes in there. I think Aiko, you would even like that one. It has some gory scenes and very sad scenes as well. But I think the characters in that are awesome. You know, these sort of alchemist brothers that are trying to revive one of the brothers that lost their body. And of course, their mother that passed away. I think it was a very interesting sort of fashion, yes. Here we go. Hey, WiseOWL87! Welcome to the D-Live session. We are doing anime, indeed. And we are doing a Fatso Boy. Yes. Because I don't know how to do anything else.
Is Hell Girl.
Hell Girl.
Metal Alchemist, you say?
Yes. It's Full Metal Alchemist is very lovely. I very much like it. I would recommend it. It's full of live and beautiful moments as well. Hey, I will not comply. Well, that is quite something there. Hell Girl. That sounds very hellish. Hopefully. Oh, perhaps it is. Perhaps it's not. I tell you, welcome to eluukkanen drawing streams.
At ACOC2 aims that maybe you would like our magical dormy /Ohamayo dormy. It's from the early 2000s with 04 and Demo Slayer. If is more recent have very good scenes. Bean is gory.
Let me actually take that message because I want to see more animes. I personally, my anime knowledge is very limited. But welcome Wise and others. We are doing anime on here, drawing actually with a pen. Yes, that's what we're doing. How's your day going? Let me know.
Aim of Bob Ross.
Anime Bob Ross. I don't know, is it Bob Ross or not something. Let me actually know which name we should have for this character over here. Let me know. His face is doing a bit better every time, but still quite limited, I tell you. I'm going to be working on it. It's very weird to make anime. I personally, I am not the best one to create that sort of stuff. And I still have the weird problem with the eyes. The eyes are like very weird, so I'm going to be working on that. But it's close, it's close. Wise old. Oh, actually, do I have my own glasses?
When I was 8, I saw things from Manga.
I have my own glasses.
Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat, but yes, thank you for the recommendation, X.
Yes, Wise old. That's my own glasses over there. Very nice glasses, at least. Magic and Doremi and Orima and Jeremy. When I was 8, I saw things from Manga. BSA. But hey, thanks for recommendations. Hopefully you enjoy. Are they available where? Because I very much like, I'm a very lazy person that, you know, you can find just Netflix some good anime stuff.
Bob Ross does amazing art back in Soveties.
Bob Ross, eh? I personally don't know Bob Ross, but let's actually Google that just quickly. Then we continue our little anime adventure.
PBS.
Bob Ross.
She could be called Bobby Rose.
Bobina Rose! That would be a good name. That would be a good name. Let's keep it that. Bobina Rose. The greatest character of all time. Bobina Rose. That's how it's going to be. Actually, a very good one. Thank you very much. I've seen this face before, but I've never seen his art before. Bob Ross' joy of painting. This sort of stuff over here. Let me actually show it to you. Here we go. And he has this sort of animal on his hands. Well, well, well. Bob Ross, oh boy. We are not really Bob Ross level, I tell you. He looks having very good backgrounds and such. We are very away from there.
ACOC. I would say I preferred Tai or Spyro than Manga when I was younger, to be honest.
Tintin, I think Tintin, it should deserve more of adaptation than such. Tintin anime would be one of the coolest things ever, but of course they would make it awful. There's actually Hercule Poirot anime, which was I think I'm going to be making a video about it at some point because it's one of the craziest anime there is. If you know Hercule Poirot, yeah, that's the thing.
PBSA. Also, Bobia is Portuguese for foil.
Bobina is coil. Oh, I see. So there's some double meanings in there, I tell. Very interesting sort of stuff. Yes, I personally, let me actually try to do now the shaping of the head. It might look bad, it might look good, but we shall see how it will go. Basically, the idea is that we have a lot of like deep lines in here. This is not the anime style of doing it, but like I said, this is the eluukkanen style of doing it. So you have like a line in here, a line in the sand. Then you have like smaller lines coming from it. Here we go. Bobina Ross is going to be this female, I suppose. And of course the eyes and such, we're going to be still working on those. Let's go actually much more closer to actually make some good effect.
In French, it is Bobby, too.
Bye-bye! Oh, I see, I see. So good double meaning words. Very good. I think one of the most Finnish names there is like it's a Pentti or like a Keijo. Keijo. That's one of the most Finnish names. If one of you gives to your children like a very Finnish name, I'm going to be actually doing a celebration dance, I tell you. Of course, of course. Promoting Finnish culture whenever I can.
ACOC. Pronounces /Bobby /.
Bye-bye. Alright, here we go. Well, 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 I tell you. Now it's a bit better, but it's of course still limited. Let's edit that. Here we go. One of the issues for this eye is that it was not in the same position. Now it's a bit more, but of course there's still a problem. As you can see under the eye, it's not very good. I have to make it a little bit like this. Here we go. Here we go. Bobby, yes indeed. If I, when I have a family, I personally wish to have a family. I know that not many people are going to. Not many. I've seen some people. I personally think that the family is very good. I want to give the most Finnish names ever to those people. Yes, of course I need to still find the wife sort of material for that. That's still in work in progress sort of stuff. Yeah. Yes indeed. Here we go. We are not going to make a waifu that is called Bobby Naros, yeah. This is not a waifu material, no. If I would actually want to get money, like, I know that there's some sites that actually, like, do this sort of, like, let's say, explicit stuff, and I tell you, my friends actually does that sort of stuff, and it's...
That's right. You aim girl has that comforting feeling.
Mulla on vielä stream. Sano vaan moi terveisiä mun puolesta.
Täällä on aika kuuma.
No hätä. Alright, we just my brother is leaving. Unfortunately, I cannot say bye to him. I will call him later, unfortunately, but he's coming back, of course, very soon. That's weird. Your anime girl has that comforting feeling. Comforting, I suppose. Yeah, not a waifu feeling, I tell you. But I know one of my friends is actually doing this sort of, let's say, just some weird things. And the thing is, I was like, what? Are you really doing that sort of? That's the thing he says, like, that pays the bills. And I was like, okay, how much? And he showed me the numbers. I was like, oh, no. Please don't say that's true. People are throwing money to those nasty stuff. I wish they would throw as much money to my side. Just doing some random music stuff. But of course, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. Otherwise, my music videos have a lot of boobs and dancing women. I don't have any money. I just tell you that much. But you're going to willing to sell your soul? Personally, not. Here we go. The nose is getting there. I need to do a lot of heavy stuff in here. Yeah. How are you doing today, Aiko? What paintings you said you were doing again? Here we go. One of the things I'm actually going to be doing is making a very strict sort of line. It's going to be a very small brush size.
In Portugal, the most used name for boys is Jew and for girls is Maria, probably because we had 6 kings with the name Jew. Being with queens, there was only 2 that ruled and both were Maria.
Aha, makes sense. It's interesting, you know, the kingships, they give their name to the nation. It's interesting. We have like Yrjö and this sort of stuff, and it's kind of like Yrjö is interesting because it's like a George. It's George from Britain.
Akosi. It is a tree you haven't never seen in real life, grinning face with smiling eyes.
Oh, I'm interested to see how that works out. A tree, eh? A tree, eh? I don't know what to really think about that yet, but I'm interested to see how that works. Not a real life tree, eh? Actually, I had to cut a tree down just a few days ago. With few axe hits, but it was growing on a bad position. It would have destroyed the house. Sad stuff, but that's just the reality of things. I'm never happy when cutting down trees, personally. You know, they do hard work when they're growing up and such, but they can't really choose where do they grow. That's the thing. And it was too big to be plantable anywhere else. That's the thing. I've been planting few of the spruce trees from my strawberry fields. Like the strawberry fields is usually filled with with a spruce tree, small spruce trees, and have to be, of course, taking them out there. Otherwise, I have to take them out in force. But of course, I don't want to do that. Better. Here we go. One thing I'm going to be actually doing is like this. Sort of a line work over here. Here we go. Portugal sounds like an interesting country, at least. My brother visited there, I've not myself. Small countries, we need to work together. Of course, very different history from Finnish. Portugal has had, of course, going to America, since we didn't do that early century. No. I'm just going to be like doing a facial surgery over here. Ah! There we go. Take all the rest of the fat out of the face. I'm doing constantly facial surgeries for this female, and I tell you, it must not feel nice, but at least she looks pretty. I tell you, don't take facial things like this. You're gonna regret it. Usually they look like some kind of like usually people that take facial, this sort of stuff, they look like mannequins or something. Like they don't look real after they take it. Yeah, which is of course a very sad reality thing. But the reality is reality. Like I talk about those trees, you have to take those down in order to, you know, I live in a countryside, so I have this sort of like a mindset. Of course, I personally would like to be in the naive mindset of being just like, yeah, everything is happy, but that's just not how the reality works. And it's if you have that, then somebody's going to crush your naivety if you don't protect it. And that's why I personally am adapting some of the heavy life choices. Yes. Here we go. Is there any good big games from Portugal? Do you know, PBSA? Are we still online? People are very quiet. But we have been streaming for 2 hours, so I can get that. I can get why people are quiet over here. Oh, yes. Now we are starting to look like something, at least.
PBSA. We even had a dynasty that was called Avis, name of the house.
Avis, that's interesting.
Because the first king was Jew and there was 3 Jew on that dynasty.
Jonanina. I see it. I have no idea on the Portugal history. I have to tell you, I'm very limited on that. Now let's do a color of the face for the anime character. Let's take it from the picture itself. I'm going to be taking it from the picture, yes. Drawing anime stream is going for the 2nd hour in a few minutes. Hopefully you're interested to see how this is going. So far, anime character looks like something, but not yet anything quite interesting. So let's go to this thing. Let's copy one of the bits of her face. Yes, here we go. Usually anime doesn't really draw like this, you know, I must admit. This is like eluukkanen anime style. I should be perhaps drawing in a different style. I should actually destroy the nose, as you can see in the upper picture here. The nose is like a sort of fashion. Plastic surgery is the way to go. I'm going to be actually saving it now.
PBS.
I'm going to be testing it with...
There are some few games made in Portugal, but they never got any great attention.
Oh, really?
So they are very unknown.
What are those? Let me know. It's nasty that, you know, if great things don't get attention, that's the nasty thing. Let me see how it would look if I would take the nose out in anime style. We can of course go back if this doesn't work. Actually, I kinda like it, you know, more anime style for it, yeah. This is the anime nose, indeed. Also, I noticed that anime people do not have the sort of fashion like this. Something happening. Here we go. Here we go. It starts to look more anime now. Good, good. Of course, we need to still work on this heavily. What sort of games they are? In Finland, there's this recent Finnish game called Noita. You might have heard of it. This indie game. Noita, indeed. There are different sort of games all around, different sort of styles of games. Some games do work in here, some games do not. Here we go. Here we go. One of the things oh, what did I just do? Anyways. Let me put in here a little bit change on this side. One of the things I'm also going to be changing is the thing in here. Here we go. We are working hard. I just realized if I want to really go to anime, I really need to go to anime. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, one of the problems I noticed, she's a fat girl, so I need to be fixing that. It's like... much better, I think that is. Who knows? You're gonna see. You have seen many iterations of this girl now, but now she's actually getting some facelift, indeed. And the nose is, I think, too low. We need to raise the nose. In order for this to work, we need to raise the nose. So let's do it. I think I need to make it also smaller. So we are doing some progress over here. Eluukkanen streaming, eluukkanen work. Are you enjoying your time? Hopefully yes. Here we go. Something weird is going on. Anyways, let me take another layer. Something weird was happening. Look at this. The nose is still here, even though everything is... There's nothing there. Very weird. There's some crash over here for some reason. Look at the original face when we started. Just went down quite reasonably down. Yes, it's not anything like it was. Nothing like it was. What is up with those double noses? I didn't order that. Go away, you double nose. And it's coming back. Look, that's some kind of a bug, isn't it? Like, look at that. That's not how it's supposed to be. So let me save it and let me open it again. That was a bug. Yeah, I don't like bugs. Let me open it again. Man, here we go. Yes. Here we go. So transferring the nose was, it seems, quite a difficult process for the painting, indeed. In Finland, there's this game called Noita. Is this indie game. Indie game. Known one, yeah. Here we go. Let's put it away. And let's do some decreasing on that. It looks like some kind of like a fairy tale book character. Not yet what I personally would like to have.
PBSA. If you put video jogos fotos em Portugal, you should find a Wikipedia list with the games made in Portugal. Bean is in Portuguese.
I see. I will check that out. Isn't there like this AAA? Are there like these AAA things in like the Portugal sort of fashion? Sort of like this sort of project. Mitä nyt mun stream?
No niin noille
Aiko C. It looks like a character for a children's story. Aiko C. We can't hear you.
Ah, yes. So the thing is, we are... thank you for letting me know. So the thing is, we are actually ending the stream. I was not able to finish the work yet, and I'm not very satisfied with it completely. But we done some good stuff, I think.
No sound.
So the thing is, my friends, thanks for being in the stream. I think 2 hours is a very good time to make an anime character. Thanks everyone, Aiko, BBC for being here. I appreciate it. Mic is now on, indeed. I thank you, and I'm gonna be working on this anime character. I'm not satisfied with her at all. Like the face proportions, anime proportions are very weird. So I need to be working on those, trying to make it better. The hair looks alright, eyes look serviceable, but there's some few things I need to be editing, like I was currently doing. But I need to go to say goodbye to my brother who's leaving, because yes, he's leaving for some while. And of course, goodbye is always good. So that's why I'm saying goodbye to you today. Goodbye, thank you for the stream, and wherever you are, whoever you are, I wish you a good day.
Maybe there is
See you later.